What is the meaning of the verb pick up?
When you go to a place to get something that was created. Prepared, or left for you and is now ready, you pick it up. The travel agent said I could pick the tickets up tomorrow.
What is the meaning of the verb let in on?
When you tell people information that is secret or not widely known. You let that person in on the information. General Chambers let me in on the top secret information.
What is the meaning of the verb doze off?
When you fall into a light sleep, you doze off. If I have a drink at lunch, I'm sure to doze off at my desk.
What is the meaning of the verb burn out?
When a light bulb stops producing light because it has reached the end of its useful life, it burns out. I'm doing because this bulb has burned out.
What is the meaning of the verb tear down?
When you tear down a building, you deliberately and completely destroy it. They tore so many old buildings down in my hometown that I barely recognize it.
What is the meaning of the verb hand in, to?
When you complete a test, report, or project and you give it to the person who assigned the work. You hand it in or hand it in to that person. Turn in is similar to hand in. He finished his investigation and handed his report in to the committee.
What is the meaning of the verb work out?
When you exercise in order to improve your health or physical appearance, you work out. I need to start working out again.
What is the meaning of the verb get back, to?
When you return to a level or place where you were before, you get back or get back to that place. Mark lost a tot of weight when he was sick, and it took him a long time to get back to his old weight.
What is the meaning of the verb come off?
When an event comes off, it is successful. The party came off well. Everyone had a lot of fun.
What is the meaning of the verb fall apart?
When people suddenly lose control and start laughing or become very upset or emotional, they fall apart. Tom was so funny at the party last night that I just fell apart laughing.
What is the meaning of the verb goon?
When people go on, they continue doing something. Sometimes, on is repeated for emphasis. I asked her to be quiet, but she went right on singing.
What is the meaning of the verb settle down?
When a confused or violent situation becomes less confused or violent, it settles down. When you settle a confused or violent situation down, you make it less confused or violent and more calm. Calm down is similar to settle down. The head of the union spoke to the angry strikers to try to settle them down.
What is the meaning of the verb put off?
When you put off something or put off doing something, you delay or postpone it. When you put people off, you delay doing something they want you to do. Buying a new house will have to be put off until we can afford it.
What is the meaning of the verb hand over?
When you give someone responsibility for an important project, duty, or problem. You hand that project, duty, or problem over or hand it over to someone. The TV news anchor handed the show over to the reporter at the White House.
What is the meaning of the verb fight back?
When you fight back an emotional response, such as tears or fear, you try very hard to overcome the emotion. The mother fought back tears when she saw the little white coffins.
What is the meaning of the verb call off?
When you call off an event, such as a party, game, or something else that had been previously planned, you cancel it. We can't call the party off, it's going to start in half an hour.
What is the meaning of the verb come back, tolfrom?
When people return to a place where you are. They come back or come back to that place or come back from the place where they were before. I'm never coming back to this awful place again.
What is the meaning of the verb go after?
When you chase and try to physically stop or to attack people, you go after them. A policeman saw him stealing the car and went after him.
What is the meaning of the verb go for informal?
When you go for something, you like it a lot. Let's go to a different nightclub. I don't go for jazz.
What is the meaning of the verb rule out?
When you rule out people or things, you eliminate them from a list. When you rule out doing something, you decide that it is something you will not do because you do not want to, because it is impossible, and so on. After the hurricane, they ruled out moving to Florida.
What is the meaning of the verb get off?
When you get something off, you remove it even though it may be difficult. I can't get this paint off my hands. The top of this bottle is on so tight I cannot get it off.
What is the meaning of the verb screw out of?
When you get money or something valuable from people in a dishonest way, you screw them out of it. That con man screwed me out of my life savings.
What is the meaning of the verb turn off?
When you turn off an electrical or mechanical device. You change the controls to stop it from producing or doing something. Turn on is the opposite of turn off. Switch off and shut off are similar to turn off. Would you turn the light off? I want to go to bed.
What is the meaning of the verb catch up with?
When you move faster and reach the same level or place as people who had been. Moving faster or doing better than you were, you catch up or catch up with them. After missing several weeks of class, Raquel is so far behind that she'll never catch up.
What is the meaning of the verb back up?
When a piece of equipment or machinery is very important and another is kept available in case. The one that is normally used fails, the second piece of equipment or machinery backs up the first. The hospital bought a generator to back up the unreliable city power supply. We kept the old computer to back the new one up.
What is the meaning of the verb pay off?
When something you do pays off, it is successful and is worth the effort you made. The restaurant changed its menu, and it really paid off. Business increased by 30%.
What is the meaning of the verb come across?
When people cross from one side of a space or distance to where you are, they come across. As soon as Nicole saw me, she came across the room and gave me a big hug.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When you prevent something from happening or cause it to happen late, you hold it up. I'm sorry I'm late. I was held up by traffic.
What is the meaning of the verb back up?
When you are explaining something, and you repeat something that you already said, you back up. Sorry, I forgot part of the story. Let me back up a little.
What is the meaning of the verb come out?
When information becomes known to the public, it comes out. Everyone was shocked when it came out that the butler had murdered the Duke.
What is the meaning of the verb wrap up?
When you conclude an event that has been happening for some time, you wrap it up. Wind up is similar to wrap up. We wrapped up the meeting around 4 o'clock and went home.
What is the meaning of the verb get by, on?
When you get by or get by on a certain amount of money. You continue with your work or continue with your life even though it may be difficult. It's not easy getting by on $250 a week.
What is the meaning of the verb try out?
When you try something out. You try it to see if you want to buy it or to see if you want to start using it regularly. I'm not going to spend $2,000 on a bicycle unless I try it out first. You can try it out for 30 days without any obligation.
What is the meaning of the verb get on?
When you mount an animal, bicycle, motorcycle, and so on, you get on it. Getting on a camel isn't as easy as getting on a horse.
What is the meaning of the verb put away?
When you return something to the place where it is. Usually stored while it is not being used, You put it away. I told you to put away your toys before you go outside.
What is the meaning of the verb back up?
When you duplicate important information, such as a computer program or data. So that you will still have it if the original information is lost or damaged, you back it up. If you're going to install that new software, be sure you back up your entire hard disk first.
What is the meaning of the verb wind up?
When you wind up an activity or event, you finish it or get ready to finish it. Wrap up is similar to wind up. The detective wound up her investigation and made several arrests.
What is the meaning of the verb go by?
When you go by a place, you go there so that you can do something or get something. You can forget about going by the dry cleaner to pick up your stuff, it's closed.
What is the meaning of the verb cheat on?
When you do something dishonest so that you can do better on a test, you cheat on the test. If I didn't cheat on the tests, I'd never pass any of my classes.
What is the meaning of the verb pick up p? V.
When you pick up a skill, you learn it easily. My son is picking some bad habits up from his friends.
What is the meaning of the verb throw up?
When something causes small particles of dirt, dust, or a liquid to rise into the air, it throws them up. Be careful with that chainsaw, it'll throw sawdust up in your eyes.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When a book, magazine, newspaper, or musical recording is published or issued, it is put out. Frank Sinatra put out several classic recordings in the 1950s.
What is the meaning of the verb stick to?
When you stick to a certain belief, claim, policy, habit, plan. Type of work, and so on, you continue as before, without change. Stick with is similar to stick to. After the audition, the director told me I was a terrible actor and that I should stick to singing.
What is the meaning of the verb go over?
When you carefully read or review important written material, you go over it. The actor went over his lines before the audition.
What is the meaning of the verb turn out?
When something turns out, it becomes what you want it to become. When something turns out a certain way, it becomes that way. The pictures turned out perfectly.
What is the meaning of the verb turn out?
When people, companies, factories, workshops, and so on turn out something, they manufacture it or produce it. This new factory will turn out 50,000 units per year.
What is the meaning of the verb calm down?
When a confused or violent situation becomes less confused or violent, it calms down. When you calm a confused or violent situation down, you make it less confused or violent and more calm. Settle down is similar to calm down. The neighborhood where the riot occurred calmed down after the army started patrolling the streets.
What is the meaning of the verb let off?
When you fire a gun or explode bombs or fireworks, you let them off. Regional, when you let off steam. You express angry feelings or frustration or do something to relieve those feelings. I'm sorry I was so angry this morning, I was just letting off steam.
What is the meaning of the verb fill up, on?
When you fill up or fill up on something. You eat so much that you are no longer hungry and cannot eat any more. Don't fill up on salad, you won't have any room for dinner.
What is the meaning of the verb go by?
When people go by a place or thing, they pass near that place or thing. When a thing goes by or goes by you, it passes near you. We watched the parade go by.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When you take something from inside a building or storage place and leave it outside for someone to take, use, or deal with, you put it out. The garbage truck comes early tomorrow morning, so put the trash bags out tonight.
What is the meaning of the verb run into?
When you are driving and hit another vehicle or something near the road. Such as a tree or a telephone pole, you run into it. I was run into by a drunk driver.
What is the meaning of the verb leave behind?
When you leave someone or something behind, you go to a different place. The explorers left the mountains behind and entered the jungle.
What is the meaning of the verb pull out, of?
Parking space, it leaves the place where it was parked and starts driving in the street. When the drivers of cars, trucks, or other vehicles pull out of a parking space. They leave the place where they were parked and start driving in the street. The French company reconsidered its agreement to build a plant in Canada and decided to pull out.
What is the meaning of the verb hook up with informal?
When you meet people somewhere, usually after you have done some things separately. You hook up or hook up with them. You do your shopping, I'll go to the post office, and we'll hook up around 2:30, okay.
What is the meaning of the verb get away with?
When you do something that is sneaky or wrong and you are not punished or criticized for it because no one knows or cares about it, you get away with it. He got away with killing his ex-wife even though everyone knew he was guilty.
What is the meaning of the verb go up to?
When a schedule or plan ends at a certain time or date, the schedule or plan goes up to that time or date. The teacher gave the students a syllabus that went up to the midterm.
What is the meaning of the verb take over to?
When you take something from one place to another, you take it over or take it over to a person or place. After I finished my report, I took it over to the finance department.
What is the meaning of the verb run into?
When you meet people unexpectedly or unintentionally, you run into them. Bump into is the same as run into. We ran into Karen and her new boyfriend at the supermarket yesterday.
What is the meaning of the verb stand for?
When you will not stand for something that you think is illegal. Improper, or unjust, you will not tolerate it or allow it to happen. Cruelty to animals is one thing I will never stand for.
What is the meaning of the verb look down on?
When you look down on people, you consider them to be less intelligent. Less educated, or from a lower level of society than you. Some people look down on Hank because his father was in prison.
What is the meaning of the verb screw out of?
When you get money or something valuable from people in a dishonest way, you screw them out of it. Their sleazy son-in-law screwed them out of thousands of dollars.
What is the meaning of the verb get to?
When you get to something that you want or need to do, you find the time to do it. When you get to work, you start working. Karen finally got back to her school project yesterday. She hadn't worked on it for weeks.
What is the meaning of the verb come back?
When a fashion or fad comes back, it becomes popular again. Western movies and TV shows go out of style and then come back every few years.
What is the meaning of the verb luck out informal?
When you luck out, something good happens to you or you avoid something bad happening to you. I missed my flight, and the plane crashed. I guess I lucked out.
What is the meaning of the verb drop out of?
When you drop out or drop out of a school, a training course, or other program, you leave before completing it. Linda's father was very disappointed when she dropped out of college.
What is the meaning of the verb put off?
When you put off something or put off doing something, you delay or postpone it. When you put people off, you delay doing something they want you to do. The students begged the teacher to put the test off until the next week.
What is the meaning of the verb fill up on?
When you fill up or fill up on something. You eat so much that you are no longer hungry and cannot eat any more. I filled up on candy and was really sick about an hour later.
What is the meaning of the verb take back to?
When you take people back or take people back to a place where they were before. You go with them to that place. Mike got sick again, so we took him back to the hospital.
What is the meaning of the verb get over, to?
When you get over to a place, you go there. When you tell people to get over here, you want them to come where you are. Francisco called and he said he needs you to help him with something, so get over to his house right away.
What is the meaning of the verb back up?
When you support people in a conflict or a confrontation, you back them up. When you support people by doing some work or a difficult assignment, you back them up. Jerry is the bar's main bartender, and Tanya backs him up when it gets busy.
What is the meaning of the verb stress out informal?
When people or things stress you out, they make you worried, nervous, or tense. Sally's sister has to take care of quadruplets all day without any help. That must stress her out.
What is the meaning of the verb come on?
When a television or radio program comes on, it begins. Do you know when the news will come on?
What is the meaning of the verb goon?
When people go on, they continue doing something. Sometimes, on is repeated for emphasis. I told him to stop talking, but he went on and on and on and on.
What is the meaning of the verb stick up?
When you use a gun or other weapon to rob people, banks, or stores, you stick them up. Hold up is the same as stick up. If we need some money, we can always stick up a liquor store.
What is the meaning of the verb look at?
When you examine something or a situation and decide what to do about it, you look at it. The mechanic looked at my car but couldn't find anything wrong with it.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When you prevent something from happening or cause it to happen late, you hold it up. The band hasn't arrived yet, and they're holding up the whole wedding.
What is the meaning of the verb take over, from /is?
When people are elected, appointed, or hired to take control of a country. State, city, business, school, building, and so on, and to replace the people in control. They take over as something, or take over from someone. Ortega took over from Margaret Cummings, who had been the sales manager for 14 years.
What is the meaning of the verb let off?
When you fire a gun or explode bombs or fireworks, you let them off. Regional, when you let off steam. You express angry feelings or frustration or do something to relieve those feelings. The high school was evacuated after someone let off a smoke bomb.
What is the meaning of the verb come back, tolfrom?
When people return to a place where you are. They come back or come back to that place or come back from the place where they were before. Todd went to Florida thinking it would be hot and sunny. But he came back talking about how cold and rainy it was.
What is the meaning of the verb clear out?
When people clear out or clear out of a place or they are cleared out of a place, they leave it. After the police threw tear gas, the crowd cleared right out.
What is the meaning of the verb go down, to?
When the sun goes below the horizon, it goes down. After the sun goes down, it'll get a little cooler.
What is the meaning of the verb ask for?
When you say that people are asking for something or asking for it. You mean that they are doing or saying something that is likely to result in punishment or a negative consequence. I'm warning you, if you keep doing that, you're asking for trouble.
What is the meaning of the verb open up?
When you open a room or building up, you unlock or open the doors so that people can enter. The office closes at 12 o'clock for lunch and opens back up at 1 o'clock.
What is the meaning of the verb put inland to?
When you put money in or put money into a bank or an account at a bank, you deposit the money. Put inland to is the opposite of take out. I'm going to the bank today. How much money do you think I should put in?
What is the meaning of the verb run down, to?
When you move quickly to a lower level or place, you run down or run down to that place. I saw someone trying to steal my car, and I ran down to the street to try to stop him.
What is the meaning of the verb deal with?
When you deal with a project or a problem. You do what you must do to complete the project or to solve the problem. There are many problems, but I can deal with only one at a time.
What is the meaning of the verb burn out?
When a fire, candle, or other flame stops burning because it has no more fuel, it burns out. don't worry, the sun won't burn out for another 4 billion years.
What is the meaning of the verb make up?
When you make up your mind about something. Or make up your mind about doing something, you decide which choice to make or which action to take. My daughter still hasn't made up her mind about which college to attend.
What is the meaning of the verb screw on?
When you attach part of a mechanical device with spiral grooves to another part with spiral grooves, you screw it on. Put the new ink cartridge in the bottom half of the pen and then screw on the top.
What is the meaning of the verb hang on, to?
When you hang on or hang on to something, you hold it tightly so that you will not fall or be hurt. Hold on is similar to hang on. L fell off the horse because I wasn't hanging on tightly enough.
What is the meaning of the verb work out?
When a situation works out, the end result is successful. The marriage didn't work out, and they were divorced after 6 months.
What is the meaning of the verb wrap up?
When you conclude an event that has been happening for some time, you wrap it up. Wind up is similar to wrap up. The salesman blabbered for 2 hours before I finally told him to wrap it up.
What is the meaning of the verb figure on?
When you figure on something, you expect it or plan for it. I didn't figure on such cold weather. I wish I'd brought a coat.
What is the meaning of the verb get by?
When something, such as a mistake or a problem, gets by you, you do not notice it. I checked this report twice. How did all these misspellings get by me?
What is the meaning of the verb hang out informal?
When you hang out at a place, you spend time there without any important purpose. Hang around is similar to hang out. Doesn't Nancy have a job? It seems as if she hangs out at the beach every day.
What is the meaning of the verb plug inland to?
When you connect an electrical device to an electrical outlet, you plug it in or plug it into the outlet. When you connect any cord or cable to a socket designed to receive it. You plug it in or plug it into the socket. This phone isn't broken, you just forgot to plug the phone cord in.
What is the meaning of the verb heat up?
When something or someone makes something hotter, they heat it up. Waiter, this soup is cold. Would you heat it up for me?
What is the meaning of the verb pull over?
When you are driving and then move your vehicle to the side of the road. Reduce your speed, and then stop, you pull over or pull your vehicle over. I pulled over to fix a flat tire. We're lost.
What is the meaning of the verb light up?
When you shine lights on something or attach lights to something, you light it up. The police lit the house up with their spotlights.
What is the meaning of the verb lay off?
When a company no longer needs workers because it does not have enough business. It temporarily or permanently lays off the workers. Ford laid off 20,000 workers during the last recession. My wife had to go back to work after I was laid off from my job.
What is the meaning of the verb stop over?
When you visit someone for a short time, you stop over. Can you vacuum the living room, please? The Youngs are stopping over tonight, and I want the place to look nice.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When an object remains in good condition after heavy use, it holds up. These cheap shoes won't hold up more than 6 weeks.
What is the meaning of the verb point to?
When you make preparations for something in the future, you plan for it. It's never too early to start planning for retirement.
What is the meaning of the verb drop off?
When a business's sales, the occurrence of some event. Or the interest some people have in something declines, it drops off. Attendance at baseball games has been dropping off in the last few years.
What is the meaning of the verb put on?
When you place something on or apply something to your body, you put it on. Eric forgot to put suntan lotion on, and now he's as red as a lobster.
What is the meaning of the verb keep it?
When you keep at it, you continue with an activity even though it may be difficult. When you say keep at it to people, you encourage them to finish with an activity that is difficult. I know this work is difficult, but you have to keep at it.
What is the meaning of the verb trick into?
When you trick people into doing something, you persuade them to do something by fooling or deceiving them. Con into is similar to trick into. The con artist tricked them into giving him their life savings.
What is the meaning of the verb breakout?
When fighting begins suddenly, it breaks out. Millions will be killed if nuclear war breaks out.
What is the meaning of the verb get back, from?
When you get back or get back from something that is very hot or dangerous or that you should not be near. You move away from it so that there is more distance between you and it. Get back from the edge of the cliff. You might fall.
What is the meaning of the verb stick up?
When you put something, such as a picture, sign, or notice, in a place where people can see it, you stick it up. Sam stuck a notice up about his lost dog.
What is the meaning of the verb get back to?
When you get back to people, you talk to them later, usually because you do not have time to talk. To them at the time or because you will have information for them later that you do not have now. Don't have time to talk now, I'm really busy. Can I get back to you?
What is the meaning of the verb run around?
When you run around doing something. You go to various places trying urgently to accomplish something that is important to you. We ran around the house trying to rescue whatever we could from the rising flood water.
What is the meaning of the verb keep on?
When you keep people on at their place of employment, you continue to employ them. The company decided against laying all the workers off and will instead keep a few on to maintain equipment until business improves.
What is the meaning of the verb do away with?
When you do away with something, you eliminate it or prohibit it. Doing away with smoking is not something that will happen soon.